Hey guys, I'm out here on the Ultra X Nevada course. This is part of the day one course. We're on the Sawmill Trails in the Mount Charleston area. And I wanted to spend a few minutes talking to you guys about the Ultra X Nevada course and a few training tips if you're interested in running the race this October. I'm a USCA certified ultra running coach, and I've run hundreds of miles out here in the Spring Mountains. These are my home trails. I actually had the honor of helping Ultra X decide on the trails that we were running for this Ultra X Nevada course. So super honored to help Ultra X put together this course and to share our beautiful trails just outside of Las Vegas with the rest of the world. Good morning, we're out here in Red Rock Canyon and I wanted to give you a little more detail about the Ultra X Nevada course. To be specific, it is a 5-day stage race. The first 2 days are up in the Mount Charleston area. We run about 25 miles, give or take, each of those first 2 days. On day 3, we shuttle you down here to Red Rock Canyon. We do a 25-ish mile segment down here in Red Rock. Day 4 is the long day. It's more like 36 or 37 miles. It's a huge loop through Lovell Canyon. And then day 5 starts in Lovell Canyon at the Torino Ranch, and it runs over Rocky Gap Road and through Red Rock again, finishing in Blue Diamond. Another 25-ish mile segment, bringing the total Ultra X Nevada course to about 220 kilometers, which is about 135 miles over 5 days. Day 4 being the long day, and then day 5 finishing out the whole thing in Blue Diamond. I want to invite you all to join us on day 5. If you don't want to commit to all 5 days, we are offering a 1-day race, which is the day 5 course. And you would actually run that with all the Ultra X participants, but just as a 1-day race. So it's going to be, again, starting in Torino Ranch in Lovell Canyon. You run over Rocky Gap Road through Red Rock Canyon and finish in Blue Diamond. And you can do that as a 1-day race. It's going to be super cheap, probably less than $100. It'll be a supported sub-ultra 25 miler. But if anybody just wants to be involved in the Ultra X Nevada experience, but you don't want to take on the entire race, you can join us for day 5. So I would like to personally invite you guys to come out and support and see what Ultra X Nevada is all about on day 5. This race goes from October 20th through the 24th. It's a Monday through Friday later this year. And the runners will be coming from all over the world, joining us again 2 days up in the Charleston area and then 3 days down here in Red Rock, culminating in the 5th day, finishing in Blue Diamond. It'll be a really fun experience for everybody. We'd love to see you all out there. Ultra X has partnered with 3 local organizations, Save Red Rock, Friends of Red Rock, and the Brett Torino Foundation in order to bring you this race. And we would love your support, and we'd love to see your faces out here on the trails in Nevada. Hey, I wanted to thank you for tuning in today. If you're new to the channel and you like outdoor adventure videos, trail, ultra running, and mountain climbing, go ahead, smash that red subscribe button over there in the corner. Also, give this video a like or a thumbs up and share it with somebody who might be interested in running the Ultra X Nevada. As an ultra running coach, I'm always trying to look ahead at the races that I'm running or that my clients are running and strategize to find the best training methodologies in order to make the race the best experience. And looking at the Ultra X Nevada course, I've come up with 3 main tips that will help you to have success at Ultra X Nevada. The first thing is endurance. This is a long distance event, so you need to have some endurance. When you're out here running on the trails, you're gonna get pretty worn out, and having endurance to help you push through these long distances is really gonna help. So my first tip is run long. You're gonna need that endurance when you get out here into Nevada. There's a lot of elevation gain, and this is just long distance running. So I would suggest some high mileage weeks building up to the event. Again, you'll be running 25 plus miles a day. So for training, I would suggest running anywhere from 50 to 80 miles a week. Of course, it's different for everybody, but I always like to target like the full race distance within a week as like a training target. And for this 5-day event, the distance is pretty extreme, so you may not be wanting to put in a 150-mile week in training, but I would suggest at least 60 to 80 mile weeks as you train for an event like this. I don't know that you'd want to do much less than that. Some people manage to run ultras with like 40, 50 mile weeks. I find that I tend to do better and my athletes tend to do better if they push the distance a little bit. Again, it is very personal depending on your past experience and the results you're looking for, but endurance is the underlying factor of what we're doing. This is endurance running. So I would suggest 70 to 100 mile week as your target long, peak week of training if you're training for Ultra X Nevada. The second thing to think about if you're going to be running Ultra X Nevada is acclimatization. We're on the Sawmill Trails up here in the Mount Charleston area. The trailhead, I think, is around 7,500 feet above sea level. So we're starting fairly high up already, and although there is considerable ups and downs on this course, you will get above 8,000 feet, maybe even close to 9,000 feet on this course. So you're going to want to be able to, or you're going to want to acclimatize before you get here if possible. You're going to want to find some higher mountains that you can run on for training. I would suggest trying to summit a 10,000 foot peak or run on some trails that get you up into those higher elevations to get your lungs and your blood used to working hard at these higher elevations. Acclimatization is getting yourself used to being at elevation. If you are unfamiliar with that, if you run at sea level all the time and you get used to that and then you go up into the mountains, it's always super hard to breathe because the air is much thinner the higher you go. The idea is to train at those higher elevations to get used to that thin air so that when you get here on race day, your body and your lungs are already used to breathing that thin mountain air. Mount Charleston boasts some pretty high peaks and a lot of the trails are pretty high up here. So getting used to that before you come out here will really help you out on race day. The third and final thing to train for if you're going to be running Ultra X Nevada is technical trails. We are in the Mojave Desert here in southern Nevada, and if you've ever run in the desert, you know that it is rugged terrain. It's very rocky, there's lots of gravel, and up here in Mount Charleston we have trees, there's tree roots, and then again rocks of various sizes. And so the third major thing to focus on is getting used to running on technical trails. Now, most of the course is on single track. I would say probably 80% or more of the entire Ultra X Nevada course is single track or double track, but there are some sections where we're hitting a bit of paved road here and there. But running in the desert, generally technical trails, very rocky, uneven terrain. So force yourself to get onto some technical trails, some rugged terrain, and get used to running on that. That will really help train your body to get used to the varying rocks and gravel and sand. We have sand here in the desert, you name it. So the more variable terrain you can train on, the better you'll be ready for race day for Ultra X Nevada. So a quick recap, the three main training tips I have as an ultra running coach if you're going to run Ultra X Nevada. Number one, you got to build your endurance. You got to get yourself ready to run super long distances. Number two, acclimatization. You want to spend some time at higher elevations, getting used to that thin air up there. And then number three, you want to train for technical trails. You want to be sure that you can handle all the terrain that this course is going to throw at you. And believe me, there's some rugged stuff out here, guys. You're going to enjoy it. The views are second to none, and I'd like to welcome you to Ultra X Nevada. Join us October 20th through the 24th, 2025 for Ultra X Nevada, just outside of Las Vegas. If you're interested, I'm going to put a link down in the description so you could sign up for the race. We're also offering the Day 5 stage as a single one-day race if you want to join us for just that section. Also, I do have discount codes for anybody who wants to run the race, so please check out the links in the description and we'll see you in October.